What's going on, my friend? It's Danny here from projectmanaverse.com, real world technical project management for beginners. And today I'm going to share some benefits of maintaining a plan on a page. I'll explain what a plan on a page is. I'll tell you why you should care about it as a project manager, and then I'll go into the benefits. So let's jump into the video. First of all, what is a plan on a page? Well, might sound obvious, but it isn't necessarily. So let me go through it. A project plan, first of all, is basically a list of activities that need to happen to be able to deliver your project on time. So it's a long list of all the activities, who's doing them, when do they start, when do they finish, what's the duration. That's basically what it boils down to. And you can have a very, very detailed plan, which is sometimes recommended. You can have a mid-level plan, but the high-level plan is the summary version of that. You want to be able to fit it on one page, hence the name plan on a page. And it's usually done in landscape or in PowerPoint or copied into PowerPoint because it goes into packs a lot of times. So yeah, that's basically essentially what it is. It's all that detail, it's not all the detail, it's the high-level detail of your plan, summarized version that fits onto one page. That's what your plan on a page is. Now, why should you care about this as a project manager? Well, it is really important because I believe that this plan on a page is the secret weapon for project managers. If you want to have a successful project, this plan on a page will unlock so many high leverage benefits that it really, really does help you to succeed. If I could only have one tool as a project manager, one tool available to me, I would have the plan on a page. It is so important, and it's taken me, I've been in project management a long time, and it's taken me a few years to get to this point where I've got it so nailed down, but I really see it. It's one of those things that may not seem very obvious, and even though I'm telling you right now, it may not sink in, but you've got to trust me that your plan on a page is a secret weapon to a successful project. If you just do this really, really well and you maintain it really well, you are tenfolding your chances of a successful delivery. So that's why you should care. So listen up to my benefits. So benefit number one of a plan on a page, it's a very effective communication tool because you can explain your project very quickly, very easily. If someone wants to know what's going on in your project, what are you doing and what are you delivering and when is it happening, you can either just share them the document, that's very quick, send it over to them. If you've done it right, it should be very well explained on there what's happening and what the key things are. Or sometimes it's just worth having a 5-minute catch up with that person and just stepping through the plan, saying, here are the key deliverables, here are the things we're building, here's our testing phase, stepping through it. And it's very easy to understand. You can really get the sense of what's going on with a visual plan on a page. If you're looking at a very detailed row by row plan in Excel or MSP, you kind of get stuck in the weeds there a little bit. It's hard to really see what's going on, but with a plan on a page, very simple, very easy to understand. You can point your cursor at all the key activities as you're talking through it. Very, very good tool. So you can save time. It's a great communication tool. So that's benefit number one. Benefit number two is your plan on a page makes it very, very easy to prioritize your workload and your team resources and what you should be focusing on as a project manager. So when you do your plan on a page, it's really important for every key activity, you have a milestone at the end of it and you rag that milestone, rag meaning it's going to be red, amber or green. So what are the chances of that being delivered? If it's green, it's on track. If it's red, it's not going to happen. If it's amber, it's at risk. It might not happen, but you still just might make it. Now, if you rag all your key activities on your plan on a page, you can quickly look at it and just look, right, which are the key activities coming up that are at risk of slipping? And that's where you should be spending your time. That is your number one priority. I always say that the prime directive of a project manager is keeping your plan on a page as green as possible. So those milestones, if you can get them all green all the time, fantastic, that's amazing, you've done a great job. Very difficult to do, but that's what you should be striving for. And if any of those green milestones turn amber, you need to be all over it to get it back to green. That's what you're doing. So you should never be in a position where you think, oh, what do I need to do today? What should our priorities be? We've got so much to do. If you're struggling, open up your plan at a page. Where is that plan at risk of slipping in the short term? Spend your time there, get it back on track. All these other things like new requirements or status updates or executive packs, all that kind of stuff. That's usually just noise. I know you have to do it sometimes you can't avoid it, but if you're struggling or you feel like your team might be wasting their time on the wrong things, look at that plan on a page. You've got your delivery. This is your ingredients to a successful project. Do the stuff on this plan on a page. Make sure you do it to the timelines agreed. Don't let them slip. Keep those milestones green and you will be fine. So it's a really good tool in that sense. So that's benefit number 2. Benefit number 3 is it's very useful for putting things into context, especially for your team. So as you go through your regular team updates and your team meetings, your project working groups, it's good to bring up this document, share it with everyone and explain what's going on, what's coming up, and discuss it with people. And it's good to see the bigger picture, especially if some of your engineers, for example, might be working on one specific bit, but it really helps them and gives them a bit more motivation if they can see the wider context. Why are they doing that? How does it fit into the overall plan? How does their bit weave into that overall plan? And not just the individual bits on the project, but if your project is part of a wider program, you're just one project on a big program, it's great to have a swim lane at the top of the page that has the key program milestones on there, so you can see what you're doing and how you're doing it will fit into the overall picture of the overall program and the overall key end delivery of the entire program, not just your project. So that's benefit number 3. It really puts things into context. Benefit number 4 is a real hidden benefit that you may not realize, but benefit number 4 is it will increase the morale of your team and it will keep them focused and it will help them to perform. And the reason that's true is because the plan on a page, in my opinion, is basically the closest thing you're going to get to a team vision. When you're building something technical, it's hard to visualize the end state because it's just coding and an application, and it's not very tangible. It's pixels on a screen in a sense, and it's hard to really get motivated and driven by that. But I kind of touched on it in the previous point. If you, with your plan on a page, you get to see the entire context of what's happening. That is essentially your vision for the project. It's exactly how you're going to deliver the project, when everything needs to be done by, and it gives your team confidence that it's going to happen. This plan, if you execute it as you have agreed with your stakeholders, you're going to deliver. So as long as you keep that plan green, there's no reason why you can't go live by your go live date, and you can all celebrate at the end of it and all congratulate each other, and the mission has succeeded. So it's a great tool for creating a vision. If you have your project team meetings and you don't have any kind of vision to get behind and look at every week together, it's very hard to keep your team focused and motivated and moving and striving towards the same thing. That's what the plan is doing. It's putting you all on the same page. You may be looking at the plan with different perspectives, which is what you want, because that will flush out different risks and different opportunities, but it unites your team having this plan. And it's very subtle, but it's very, very effective. And again, that's why it's one of these secret weapons that no project managers really think of. I'll go back to my previous point about why it's a secret weapon and why you should do it. Not many project managers actually do this. When I look around, not many project managers will have a really good plan on a page that's kept up to date and they've maintained it well and it's nice and detailed, but it looks nice, it's easy to read. Not many project managers do it, which is why it's a secret weapon. So if you can do it, it puts you way ahead of the curve and gives you that competitive edge above your peers. So I really do recommend you do it. And it will bring your team on the same page. It will give them a vision, something to strive for. And yeah, you view it every week. You come up with this plan with your team, so you've all contributed to the planning process. You've all been part of this process. You've come up with this vision together, and now you're going to see it to its actualization, to the end state. You're going to make it a reality. Okay, so that's basically it. So I'll recap on the benefits very quickly and then we'll call it a day. Benefit number 1, it's a great communication tool. You can communicate what you're doing on your plan very quickly to any kind of stakeholder at senior level or lower level. Anyone should be able to understand your plan on a page, and you should be able to explain what you're doing in just a few minutes. Great tool. Number 2, It will help you prioritize what you should be working on at any given time, because if you rank each activity on your plan, red, amber or green, if you see any ambers or reds, you need to be all over those issues and risks to get the plan back on track. Prime directive of a project manager, keep that plan on a page as green as possible. Benefit number 3, it puts things into context for yourself and your team, so you can see how the bit you're working on, the bit you're delivering, fits into the entire picture of the project. But also, if you are part of a wider program, you can demonstrate how your project and what you're doing on your project supports the wider program and fits into that overall vision and that overall goal. And benefit number 4, it's great for uniting your team, giving your team drive and creating that team spirit, shared sense of ownership, and shared just something to all get behind and be on the same page with. So those are my tips. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this one, just hit that subscribe button. I'm doing daily videos, about 10 minutes each, all about IT technical project management, the essentials and those key insider tips and tricks I've learned over the years. Okay, until tomorrow, please take care.